These bells ringing today to mark the 400 years since the first enslaved Africans were brought here to North America. Today in Atlanta, dozens of people took part in this bell ringing at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. National Historic Park, and the bells rang for 4 minutes, each marking 1 century. Now, across the country, bell ringing ceremonies took part at the same time at plenty of churches and museums. And on this day, back in August 1619, historians say a group of about 20 enslaved Africans arrived on the shores of Virginia.
Their arrival marked the beginning of American slavery. CBS 46's Ayani Hughes visited a local church that's honoring the first slaves and discussing ways to move forward.
It's happening all around the country. People are taking the time to commemorate the beginning of slavery with a focus on racial healing.
Well, we have been engaging in an ongoing conversation all year about racial healing.
That conversation was continued Sunday morning. August 2019 marks 400 years since the first ship of enslaved Africans arrived to the United States. Although there are commemoration ceremonies all over the country, the Cathedral of St. Philip in Atlanta took it one step further with a discussion on how to further the progress.
We believe that going back and recovering those memories and letting us share those memories provides the hope and resilience that we need to move forward. And clearly we have a lot of road to cover.
To help with that, the Cathedral welcomed Dr. Catherine Meeks, Executive Director of the Absalom Jones Center for Racial Healing.
So it's not either or, it's not contemplation or action, it's both.
To this crowd of listeners, Dr. Meeks' intimate discussion on inner healing, peace, and releasing hate was much needed.
America could have recovered from the end of slavery. What killed us in this country was Jim Crow and segregation thereafter. And I don't see racial healing being a responsibility of those of us of African descent. I think the problem is in the mind and the heart and the soul of those who embodied that.
Vicar Maxwell agrees and says in order to make real progress on racial tensions and sharpen self-liberation, people must form meaningful relationships, starting in our own backyards.
How do we form individual local relationships that change the way we think about each other, and that allows us to change the way the world works, I think.
Reporting in Buckhead, Ayani Hughes, CBS 46 News.